what's up? How have you been? I hope that you have been in tune and plugged in and notified. Today we will be talking about professional tennis players. When is it too late? When should you stop trying? Is it too late to decide to pick up tennis as a profession? Is it too late to make money from tennis? Is it too late to become a professional tennis player? I don't want you to think that this is set in stone. This is just my personal opinion and what I have come across and what I have seen. Number one is age. I think for women, you should not be more than 32 years old. Only because you have enough maturity and you're still young enough to be quick. Mentally, for women, when we are younger, we're like firecrackers. When we get older, we kind of calm down, we kind of mature. Number two, body recovery is very important. How fast is your body able to recover from match to match to match? Now, you probably will be able to recover. Obviously, when you're younger, you can go through a final. You can go through a semifinal. Talking as though the draw is at its max. You might be able to do that. But when you get older now, is it practical that you play a 3-setter twice and you're able to play another set? It's not practical unless, like I said, you're very, very fit. Now, if you're very, very fit, give it all the shot you can. Because once you're fit in tennis, you can get to every ball. When you're fit, don't sell yourself short. The biggest thing at this level is how fast can you recover from match to match to match. If you are starting from scratch, meaning you have never played tennis and you decide to pick up tennis at like 16 years old and you are not playing tournaments and winning tournaments or something like that, if you had no experience before and you start at 12, you know, it might take you some time because it takes you at least 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 years to develop a strength. You might be a fast learner, so you might develop your strength very, very easily. I'm not trying to crush your dreams. I'm not even trying to tell you you cannot. But what I will say is the likelihood might not be there because you need to develop at least a strength to be able to last up there, and you have to be super, super fit. Then you kind of have to have somebody that kind of knows you so that you can get into these tournaments, because you have to think all the people before that have been playing for so long, they have enough experience, they have enough exposure where people at least know that they've been playing. Here you come at 17, 18, and let's say you're the miracle child, right? Let's say you come out at 18, 19, that's only 2 to 3 years if you're 16. Let's say you are really good. I don't know. I mean, you gotta be good. Okay, you gotta be good. Because you can't even be good, you gotta be good. Because that's difficult. You have to be playing every day. You have to, you know, it just takes a lot. If you start in late, I would say this, put yourself in tournaments and see how far you get. And then you'll be able to kind of fine tune. And even if you're losing, but you're losing the right way, and then you put yourself in higher tournaments and then maybe it works, like you're winning, then you have something to work with. But if you're 16 starting and you're playing tournaments and you're losing like first round, no round, you're not getting in, you're this, you're that, you're this, that's gonna be very difficult to come and say, hey, I'm gonna play like 125. Kind of know where you are. Some people, they want to be somewhere, but you might not have the skills. But that doesn't mean you're defeated. That just means you have a skill. Tennis might just not be it, but that does not mean you won't be successful. You're older. We're talking about, is it too late to become a professional tennis player? So is it too late if you're 35? Let's say you're 35, because there are people out here that's 35 and they're still trying to play. That's not an issue. We're not saying if you can't play, because you could get in at 35. Let's say you go to Tunisia. They might have openings and you just sign up for the IPEN as I showed you before. You will get in. The point is not if you can get into, it's if you are able to stay and play professional tennis. Give yourself a year, adding on to what I said before. Give yourself 1 year to see where you fall, okay? Now, if you don't have the money, you're starting at 35, you're looking for sponsorships, your window is very small, but it's not impossible because God is not a God of impossibilities. However, you're looking at a lot of pushback here. And with all the amount of pushback you have, you got to see, is it worth it? And do you have what it takes? play tournaments, play money tournaments, play ITF tournaments, even try out for WTA tournaments. Do what you have to do to get yourself in the window of things if you believe in yourself. But again, can your body hold up? Have you had any injuries before? Have your injuries been severe? Are you having withdrawals with your family? Like when you go away, can you be on the road for 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time? Do you have kids? Are you planning on having kids? Do you have a husband? Do you have a sick grandma? Do you have a house? Do you own a house and have tenants that don't pay their rent? All of these things you have to consider when you're at the age 35, let's say, if you have those things. Those are things to think about. I'm always gonna tell you, if you run into me ever, or if you know me, I'm always gonna say, do it. I'm always gonna tell people that, do it. Just do it. You don't know what can happen in your life, really. You cannot predict what's gonna happen in your life. You might go through the system of go to high school, go to college, do an internship, do a program, and then you still don't get to where you wanna get to. But you could say, don't go to high school, go to college, don't do experience, and get a job that you love. That is possible. So I would never shoot your dreams. I would never shoot your hopes. If you have a vision, I would always tell people, stick with it and go with it, because nobody knows you more than you, and nobody knows whatever you saw in your head more than you. You can explain it to me what you saw in your head, but I don't know. You do have to win matches. If you're trying to play these tournaments and you're older and you're not winning, or even when you're younger you're not winning, see why you're not winning. Before, I think it was 1200 was the max. Now it's 1400, it seems, probably even 1500, where you could say to me, hey Akila, I'm a professional tennis player and I'm 1400 in the world. To someone who's top 10 in the world, they're going to look at you as though you're crazy. They don't know why you're there. They don't know if you have all the resources, but they know, hey, you must be trying. Maybe they're saying you must be trying, maybe. So my biggest thing is, you have to at least show on paper that you're winning something. I don't know what this thing where people get participation awards for just participating, but this is not that, because this is your life here. This is, hey, do you become a writer? Like that's what you're supposed to do? Or do you try out to be on the NBA team? Are you going to go to McEnroe's Academy with a resume of, I went to, this is not to shoot anybody. I'm not here to offend you, and I'm not here to smash your dreams, but I'm here to give you the real. You cannot go to McEnroe's Academy and say, hey McEnroe, or hey Mr. McEnroe, I don't even know what you would say, but hey John, I think, hey Mac, that will shoot me. So if you go up in there and say, hey Mac, I have a proposal and I would like for you to consider me. I haven't won any matches. I graduated from Baruch. I've been playing with the team and I see that I can win. I'm sorry, but taking my time out to tell me that you don't even know, you haven't even played, listen, thank you for your time. You've wasted mine. Get out. Get out. Get out. I don't know if he's gonna say that, but I probably know a lot of people that would say that, because you have to come with something. I'm not big on resumes, but you gotta tell the people what you've done, because I don't know you, and how I'm supposed to know? How I'm supposed to know? I'm not even how I'm supposed to. How I'm supposed to know? Ultimately, you have to have results. Ultimately, you have to have made some money from the profession to consider yourself a professional tennis player. I don't believe that you need to do well at your club or your college or whatever to become a professional tennis player, but I do believe you have to have some experience with higher tennis. I started off at South Carolina, and that tennis was great, but to me, it wasn't the best. So what? I decided to put myself out there. I personally feel, even though I didn't know if I wanted to play, I knew I wanted to play at a higher level. So I knew this wasn't it. So let me go find it, right? Or let me go put myself in a position where I can find it. Because this dream of you becoming a professional tennis player at 40, baby, that's you. So you had to have seen something to make you feel, I can do it. I'm not telling you you can't do it. I'm telling you, consider. So I'm not ever gonna tell you don't do it, don't try. But I'm going to tell you, hey, when you go up and when you meet certain people who actually matter to give you funding or to give you scholarships, or that's going to invest their time to see you play, you have to bring something to the table. With that being said, is it too late to become a professional tennis player? You who are watching me, is it too late? And tell me your comments. Some people think women's tennis is 25 or 24 because that's when you've reached your peak. Some people also say, and this is a good argument, is it too late if you're just starting at 18, right? Like if you just started professional tennis, so ITF and WTA tournaments, is it too late if you started at 20? You understand? Some people think if you were in the arena before, then you're fine. But if you're trying to get into it, you have a short window, which is 25. So you gotta start from the bottom. Now we're here, right? And does that mean that you won't get it? No. So that's why I say, don't listen to those people and take your chances, because at the end of the day, you playing matches, they're not playing matches. But you have to be able to show up at those matches now. Don't not show up now. Don't not show up. Is it too late? Is it too late? It is all in perspective, but just consider these factors, and you know what? Go out and do what you have to do, because it's your life. It's your life. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about tennis, more videos about enough stuff.